Okay, so let's start by creating our Astro site, the npm create Astro at latest, and it's going to be something like free toots. Encode the sample files. I'm going to say relaxed and initialize. Okay, so we're going to create this tutorial website, and we'll also add Tailwind, and we will also add Flowbyte as well. And Flowbyte will allow us to just add components really quickly. So we'll do that once. Okay, so that's created. So we're going to go cd into free toots, and we're going to go npm astro add tailwind. So npx astro add tailwind. Yep. So I love using Tailwind. You can use whatever you want. A lot of people use Chad CDN, but for this I'm going to go with Tailwind. And now that that's installed, what we're going to do, we are going to do the very simple version. I'm going to go to the layout.astro file and copy this. Put it before the end of the body tag. So let's go into the layout Astro before the end of the body tag, like that. Okay, so that's done. We actually also have to install Flowbyte, npm install Flowbyte. And we will add this to the tailwind config file. Excellent, so now that's all added. So we can run npm run dev. Okay, so now if we look in our browser, localhost 4321, and it's still got the boilerplate. So what we're going to do in Flowbyte, we're going to go to navbar, and we're going to just go for a navbar with a drop down, because that's going to be helpful with our categories and stuff. So we're going to expand this code, and we're going to just copy, and we are going to go into our components, create a navbar.astro component, and we're going to just paste that in for now. We're going to remove the image source, and we're going to change this to free toots. And okay, so we are going to take a look at the index page. We're going to import. Okay, so then let's import the navbar. Actually, let's take that. Let's go into our layouts. So that way it's going to be on every screen. So in our layouts, I'll put in the top here, we would put navbar. Yep, that's fine. And in the body here, we put navbar. I'll just comment out the style component thing here. We will come back and fix this later, but this is kind of what we want. So make sure your terminal is running. npm run dev, and we'll take a look and see what this looks like. Voila! So we have the nav bar, we have a drop down, and we have these, we go back into our nav bar component. We can actually change what these are. We'll actually do that now. So I'm going to make a component here. I'm just going to make an array of nav links, and they're going to equal, it's going to be a object. So we're going to have a title, which is going to be what it's going to be called. Let's just say Godot. And we're going to have a href, which for now is going to go nowhere. So we're just going to say home. The slash will just take you home. And we're going to just copy this object. Make sure there's a comma, and we're going to do unity. And we'll just do those two for now. And what we'll do inside our drop down, let's see, drop down menu, it's nicely laid out for us here. We just want to keep the first one. So let us do this. So we just want to keep this, the first one here. So we'll get rid of settings, get rid of earnings, and what we'll do here instead, we will open this up and we will say navlinks.map nav. And we will do this, cut that, paste it there, and we'll say nav.title. And in the href here, I'll do a backticks, and we will do nav.href. And we'll put a $sign at this. Oh, is that how you do it? Oh, actually, we'll just get rid of all that. Don't know the href. So that should all be working. So we can go back to our drop down. Oh, that's not working. Let's take a look. Title, that's right, isn't it? Const nav links, yeah, that's fine. You know what, let's just get rid of the href for now. Let's do that for a second. Just take a look. Sign out there. Let's sign out. Oh, okay, yes, we can get rid of sign out as well. We don't need that. Nav.title. Yep, that's right. And instead of calling it drop down, we will call it we will call it tutorials. Okay. Okay, so I think I had it. I'm just undoing. So I think what I needed to do, instead of having this, I had a parentheses instead. I think that's what the problem was. There we go. So if we take a look now, yes, Godot and Unity, lovely. So we will get rid of pricing. We will get rid of services. We'll keep home and tutorials and contact. Excellent. So that's our basic navigation. We can change the background to anything we like. We could do purple, purple 500. We'll get rid of all the dark elements. And the drop down, we will get rid of the background. Here we are, that's the hover. You basically can style it the way that you like. We can find it. I think that's what it is right here. Drop down. Here we are. Background white. Here it is. There we go. No. We need to keep going. And we need to make sure that we find what we need. See, that is the downside of adding a pre-built component. You could go through and get rid of whatever you need to make it style the way that you want. So take off all of that. All the border stuff. Let's get rid of that. Oh, there's quite a lot here. So what we'll do, we'll leave all the flex row stuff, but as soon as we have backgrounds, we'll start to delete. There we go. Excellent. So now we've got these two. Excellent. And yeah, so I'm going to get rid of all of the backgrounds along with the dark elements, just to make our code a little bit cleaner. I mean, you don't have to do this if you want, but I like doing that. I'm going to change this to text white when it hovers. Yeah, that's for the drop down, and the same for the home. Let's do the same here. Get rid of the background and dark background here. We don't care about that. We will not change that. Get rid of this. I'm basically going through and just basically changing it to what we would like. Get rid of some bloated. There we go. So we've got purple and white here. Perfect. So now that we have our nav bar, we could also go to Flowbyte and get a footer. We just get a basic default footer and we'll do the same again. So we'll go to components, create a new file, we'll call it footer.astro, and we will paste this in, and we will change this to home, and this one will be tutorials, and this one will be contact, so we'll just remove that. Later on, obviously, we will change these links to the relevant pages, but that's what we've got here. While we're here, I might as well just remove the dark elements. And up here, I like to do a const year, and we say new date, don't get full year. That way this will be dynamic. So here we'll put year. Oops. In curly braces. And instead of flowbyte.com, it just goes to the same website, and we'll call it freetunes. Get rid of the dark areas. Okay, the background is, what did we say, purple. Perfect, good. And now we can go into our layout again. And this time we import the footer. And just before, after the slot, we'll put footer. And we'll take a look. Alright, so what we're going to do, we need to change the footer class. If we take a look, okay, so we've seen everything, but it's padded and it's not at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we are going to no margins, and okay, so it's, and I don't know why, oh yeah, it's got a rounded, I'm going to say width full. Excellent. Alright, so we've got nothing in our slot. So what we will do, we will put, we'll go back to Jumbotron. We'll get a Jumbotron. So we'll just do Jumbotron. And for now, we'll just take we'll just copy this Jumbotron. I'll paste it inside of index.astro file. And if we take a look, there we go. So we've got a nice beginning stages of our website, and instead of we invest in the world's potential, we can say something like freetunes, the one-stop shop for all free game dev tutorials, or something like that. Obviously you can put whatever you want, and we can change the background, etc. But this is kind of what we're doing so far. So we need to change this nav bar so that it's purple on the background, so we can just quickly do that. So if we go to the nav bar, so make sure that the div with the ID of nav, the other class, bg slash purple slash 500. Let's take a look. There we go. So now we've got a nice little drop down here. And contact. Okay. So we can go into our index.astro and we will change the color of the button to purple in both locations, and take a look. Okay, so we're getting there. I made one change to the stage where we can. I put footer in the class with full fixed bottom 0. The rest of our website. And if we look at the footer here, here it is, right to the bottom. So that's perfect. Okay, so next we will create the. If we take a look at the tutorialspoint.com, so we see we have almost like cards here, or if we go to Udemy, we've got like a list of different items here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Flowbyte again, and they have a card that we could use as a default card, and we're going to say we'll do card with an image, but we'll probably change this image to being a video. So we will copy that, copy the code there, and let's go and we'll make a component and we'll call it, oh actually because they already have a card in the boilerplate, what we'll do, we'll just take away the style and this, okay, and here we go. So they've already got props here, so what we'll do, we'll add video and we'll call it string, and we will add that here as well, string, and we will say caption instead of body. Sorry, we say video instead. Here we go. So when it says image here, we're gonna say, we'll come back to that in a minute, but the href will be the href, and it'll be the same here as well, href, and noteworthy area here, that will be our title, and this section will be our caption, and I'll say view tutorial instead of read more. Okay, so we'll say video src video. Alright, so we'll take the image out of there. Eventually we'll probably embed, but let's just do that. That's pretty good. And so now the card component is complete. So we'll go back into our index.html, Astro, sorry. And underneath this, so this first section is more like the hero section. So we can put a little comment here saying hero, excellent. And after here, we're going to make this the tutorial cards. So first we want a section, and we'll make it. We'll make a div. We'll copy this div here. So if we go and make this a div, then now we want to make a div with a class of grid. We'll say grid. I always go grid columns 1, and then when it's medium size width, we'll go grid dash columns dash 4. And in that we will put a card component that's already been imported from before, and we had a title. We'll say test, and we'll have a caption. It says test tutorial. The video, which right now is blank. And what else did we have? We can't remember. Oh, href. So footer is done. Href, and we'll just put slash for now. So it just goes back to the same card. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate this 3 times. You're probably going to see where this is going soon, but this is, well, actually 4 times because we've got 4 of them. And let's take a look. Alright, so we've got 4 cards there. So what we'll do is we'll give it a gap 4 as well. Excellent. So we're going to change the title, say unity test, guitar test, and we can see here, so obviously they're not going to go anywhere, but there's the cards are all ready.